All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, your anthropomorphic cup of demonic coffee, and we're here today to play Cuphead, everybody's most favoritist game where you play an anthropomorphic cup of... I'm not actually sure. It's either cocoa or coffee. And then there's his brother, Mugman. And we're gonna check this game out here today. Ostensibly what this game is it's essentially if you took the world of cartoons back when Mickey the Mouse was still working on a steamboat and combined it with like a platforming boss rush fighter shooter game, that's essentially what this is. And it's kind of interesting. I like the concept behind it. And boy, has it been in development for like a bazillion years. Like, I remember hearing about this game when I first started doing YouTube, so it's been a long time in coming, and it's got that retro appeal that a lot of people have been so craving. So the story goes, once upon a time in a magical place called Inkwell Island, there were two brothers named Cuphead and Mugman. They lived without a care under the watchful eye of the wise Elder Kettle. One day, the two boys wandered far from home, and despite the Elder Kettle's many warnings, ended up on the wrong side of the tracks, and entered the Devil's Casino. You know, I feel like getting into mischief or doing things you're not supposed to, I feel like that's kind of the extreme end of the spectrum. Like, isn't there like drugs and like robbery involved before you go play literal casino games with Satan? Inside, Cuphead and Mugman soon found themselves on a winning streak at the craps table. "Hot dog!" exclaimed King Dice, the casino's sleazy manager. "These fellas can't lose." "Nice run, boys," laughed a newcomer. The brothers gasped. It was the casino's owner, the devil himself. "Now how about we raise the stakes," he suggested with a toothy grin. "Win one more roll and all the loot in my casino is yours," the devil boomed. "But if you lose, I'll have your souls, deal?" Man, this is really authentic looking, like, cartoons and animation. I gotta give the studio behind this credit. This looks really good. Cuphead, blinded by easy riches, nodded and grabbed the dice for a throw. "Good gosh, Cuphead, no!" cried Mugman, for he understood the danger, but it was too late. His brother was just that dumb. "Ah, Snake Eyes," laughed the devil while slamming the floor. "You lose!" The brothers trembled in fear as he loomed over them. "Now about those souls, yes." The brothers pleaded for their very lives. There must be another way to repay you," Mugman stammered. "Yes, please, mister," Cuphead added. "Well, perhaps there is," the devil snickered, pulling out a parchment. "I have here a list of my runaway debtors. Collect their souls for me and I just might pardon you two mugs." "Now get going," the devil roared, kicking the boys out most rudely. "You have till midnight tomorrow to collect every one of those souls, otherwise I'll be the one collecting yours." Cuphead and Mugman were terribly frightened and ran away as fast as they could. "Come on, Mug," panted Cuphead. "We have to find Elder Kettle. He'll know exactly what to do." Yeah, I find old people frequently know exactly what sort of ancient ritual you need to perform to banish Satan, oddly enough. "Oh, what a fine pickle you boys have gotten yourselves into. I know you don't want to be pawns of the devil, but if you refuse, well, I can't bear to imagine your fates. You must play along for now and collect those contracts. And you'd best be ready for some nasty business. Your debtor friends won't be very friendly once you confront them. In fact, I expect they'll transform into terrible beasts, because that's what people who are on the wrong side of the law do in anthropomorphic cartoons from the 60s. Take this potion so they won't hang you out to dry. It will give you the most remarkable magical abilities. It's the same thing that I used to shoot coyotes outside the house so they didn't kill you as children. Now go to my writing desk and use the mystical inkwell there. You'll need to practice your skills." So yeah, essentially the way that this works is they provide you with two characters so that you can play this game cooperatively. And otherwise you just play as the primary character, Cuphead, who is just an adorable little cup of unidentified white liquid. It's probably either milk or jizz. And this is looking like where you learn how to play the game, which is fine. You learn how to lock in position and shoot things. This is actually pretty accurate given the type of game that this was. Originally, this was just gonna be a boss rush style game where you just went and killed all of the debtors as individual bosses. But I guess they eventually changed it so that you had a little bit more to do when people kind of saw that and complained, because boss rush games have kind of a bad rep. Oh, okay, so I can like hop and double tap as I hop around the environment to jump up on top of objects. Got it. And to resurrect people, I just need to parry them, and I only have until they float off screen in order to bring them back to life. That's probably not that important considering I'm playing alone, but it's kind of neat. And then I can hit B when I have cards available in order to use up Turbo Blast. Got it. Alright, I guess I can go homicidally murder a bunch of people in Cartoon Land. I've wanted to do this ever since I watched Who's Framing Roger Rabbit, or Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So let's go to Toontown and blast everybody. That's clearly the most responsible thing that we could possibly do. Oh, hey fellas, looks like you're in for it now, eh? Well, I used to be the same way, always getting into trouble, running, jumping, shooting, but now I prefer just strolling around and going to the pitches. But hey, let me give you a hand, take this. Oh cool, I got free money from the bizarre, homeless apple dude. Alright, I'll take it. We have a shop here. I don't think... Pork Rinds Emporium, huh? Oh, it's like Porky the Pig, except like a pirate and vicious. So I can buy different weapons from this guy, I believe. I can buy the spread weapon or the heart weapon, extra hit point. Chaos Orbit, long range with below average damage, no aiming required. Oh, that's like an auto aim ability. So something I do know about this game is that there's a variety of different weapons that you can get, and much like the style of weaponry from, say, Team Fortress 2, all of the weapons are only a side grade. They don't actually... They're not, like, super overpowered. So the best damage and the best utility you're going to get is from your primary weapon, and then everything else is just whatever. So this is the Botanic Panic. Let's start out with playing it on simple while I get used to this game again. I haven't played it since the early demo stuff. Oh, it's a giant murder potato. Alright, well, I guess for the moment we'll just use our default shooter. So these are bosses that all have a multi-phase system to their combat. So we'll just beat him up until he decides to change places or transform, where he'll activate a different set of abilities. Okay, so that's our other ability, where we can literally just hold down the button and it'll auto-target him, and I can just hop around and not worry about where I'm aiming. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, I can definitely get down to clown with that. Oh, and now he's a demented carrot. Got it. So what is this guy's ability? He has a mind ray. Yeah, alright. I'm completely down to clown with that nonsense. And this shooter is making my life of getting rid of these carrots, these like carrot-shaped missiles, as they come at me like super duper easy. So I definitely like me some of this. So what does this specialty ability do? Does it just defend me? Oh, it does. That's amazing. So if enemies come really close to me, this auto hit ability, as I charge it up, will just blast these dudes in the face. That's fantastic. Okay, well that made this super duper easy. I might have to try that on normal difficulty in the future. So I almost got a really good... Oh, I can parry stuff. Oh, well, I didn't quite realize. Well, I mean, not bad for the first boss. We didn't get smoked, and I only kind of played it on easy mode. So what does this say? Remember, only a regular battle will let you collect the Debtor's Soul contract. Now scram. Oh, okay, so I have to go back and I have to do this again on regular mode in order to collect that dude's soul. Alright, fair enough. That's understandable. I'm just gonna shoot the pants off of this guy. Because it doesn't look like this gets too much more difficult. I think he just gets more health than he had before. Well, that's fine. I mean, it's not like this is a complicated boss fight. I wonder if the difficulty level changes the way that the bosses behave. It doesn't look like it, but this is, again, a multi-phase... Oh, it's an onion now. Alright, I'm not entirely certain that I like where this is going. Okay, he drops tears, it looks like. So I just have to avoid hitting the tears. I'm not sure how I feel about, like, running into pink junk. I'm more comfortable just avoiding touching things at all, for the most part. Like, there doesn't really seem to be a much need or use behind doing that. I could be wrong, like, I just started playing this game, but, you know, whatever. So it looks like on normal difficulty, this is a boss that has 3 modes, or 3 phases that you have to worry about. But it looks like the carrot phase and the potato phase are the exact same. They just have more health because, again, there's one more phase than there was before. But no matter. It's still supremely easy for this first battle, so fuck it. I don't know why you wouldn't just abuse this auto-firing gun in the first place. This thing is amazing. To hell with using that other system where you actually have to pay attention to what's going on around you. I'm just gonna use my weird neon light bright powers to blast you in the face. Yeah! Suck it, Mr. Carrot Man. You're not my real veggie salad. Alright, so what does that get me? Alright, I got... Even though I basically did the same thing as last time, I got a slightly better grade. So that means I got the soul contract. Splendid. Alright, so the devil has 1 contract done. He won't, you know, try to kill me. There's an angry piece of money. Harumph. I'll be a monkey's uncle if I'm putting my moolah in the bank. For all I know, the devil's probably controls that thing too. They'll never get a hold of my gold if I spread it all around. And if some Joe happens to find a coin or two, good for him. That's what I say, harumph. Okay. What's this? Ribby and Croaks in Clip Joint Calamity, alright. So yeah, all of these different levels are kind of just... Oh, this is an actual fight. I was about to say, all of these levels are just kind of spread around. And you can take them at whatever order you really feel like it. Alright. I can certainly handle that nonsense. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. What are you? You're little fireflies. So I guess these are just like boxing pugilist frogs. That, they want to kill all these cute little fly dudes from this steamboat, which is almost like a casino. Because I know steamboats have always kind of been like a bar/casino affair. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, that's fine. I'll just keep shooting you, friend. Oh, that's... Okay, that's rude. But I can manage that. Okay, so you're a giant fan, and you're smashing... I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be honest. It looks like you're just throwing magical disco balls at me, but... Oh, what's happening? The thing that's going on right now is definitely not something I would describe as magical disco. Oh, okay. It's a little too early in, like, the development of everything for this to be considered disco. This is from an era way before that. Ow. Alright, that's fine. I mean, these things are kind of just like Dark Souls in a way. You just gotta learn the moves, learn the fights, and everything else will be just fine. Okay. Just gotta avoid the smashing gloves, and we'll be just fine. No biggie. And then the auto fire will be good for taking care of these minions. Yeah. I am down to clown with this nonsense. Okay, that's fine. You do your thing now. And he's gonna turn into a giant house fan, which is a little weirder than it sounds, I'll be honest. Oh, come on. Like, right before, I was able to hide, like, right next to you, dude. And now, for some reason, that does not work, huh? Alright, fine. Let's do it. Make my day, frogman. I'll bet you eat fireflies for breakfast, you weird, ribbity sumbitch. Come on. I'm not afraid of you or your weird, bulimic firefly experience. Uh-huh. There we go. Splendid. And then we'll auto-fire the fireflies. It's like I'm fighting a toddler who happens to have really good cartooning skills. Okay, let's just try to avoid these things hitting us in the face, which they just did. Okay. I guess they kind of change location every time. The weird dancing disco murder balls. Okay, I can handle that, though. That's certainly not hard. So what's the deal with, like, the next portion? Do they turn into a giant cash register, like a literal register? So do I have to hit, like, the little arm that comes down? Because it's supposed to be, it's almost like a casino machine. Ow, oh, come on. I feel like that doesn't count, game. Alright, well, let's go to the map. I don't know that I want to do this for the whole mission, but I guess those guys are one of the contractors we need to fight. What else have we got? There's a red dot. I guess this is the Forest of Follies map, where we can get some extra cash. Okay. So I guess we're just running through here, trying not to get obliterated by the locals? Okay, so apparently not everything counts as parryable. Go figure. That's what I call shenanigans on mechanics like that. It's like, either make everything parryable and not really that dangerous, or don't. Like, none of this in-between business. And there's also random douchey blue orbs that don't properly die either. Alright, well, that certainly is a thing. I mean, I can understand this. This is essentially just creating a platforming universe that you can dick about in, to give you more than just the continual boss rush mechanics, which, like I was talking about before, something people originally kind of complained about, but not supremely. I don't know. I kind of like the game, it's kind of weird at the same time. It's in a fun little happy universe all of its own. It's kind of like I'm in the Felix the Cat universe. Just trying not to let all the weird... yeah, was it Felix the Cat or Fritz the Cat with his weird duffel bag of magic? Those were some good TV shows, and kind of weird if you were a kid. One of those things that would definitely make your parents go, wait, what? Just look at you kind of funny. Okay. Lots of flower power here that I was not anticipating dealing with previously, but that's fine. No big deal. I'm definitely not getting that one. There's a bunch of kamikaze fighters. Not entirely certain what I'm supposed to think of that. I wish that some of my magical shielding auto-targeting dudes could... Oh, there's an acorn maker here. Could maybe intercept some of the shots coming at my face, but what are you gonna do? Was that, oh, hi, friend. That almost killed me. Was that the whole point of this? You're just trying to intercept the evil acorn machine that's taken over this part of the universe? Must have been, because that's literally, that's like the kind of the shtick going on here. All right, I made it. Yay, we did it. We saved the universe. Take that, Mickey Mouse. Like, I'm like Mickey Mouse, but with a gun. So hells yes. Hey, I did it okay on skill level. I got a B-. That's like a passing grade if you're an Asian child. All right, sweet. We did it. Now we get a bridge. So that's how you progress in the game. That's kind of neat. Now the question I have is how do you get, like, up on top of higher ledges? And I guess that's gonna be a question for next time. Have a good one, everybody, and we'll do a little bit more Cuphead since it's now out in full release. I mean, it wasn't in early access or anything, but it's out now, and we can touch it and do stuff to it. So, bye, everybody.